Welcome to the bread kitchen. This week I'm going to make a truly special bread. It's a French Fougasse, but I've stuffed it with roast peppers, onions and garlic. So we'll start by making a pre-ferment called a Poolish. Here I've got 165 grams of lukewarm water. I'll add in a teaspoon of yeast, give it a mix and just leave it for 10 minutes for the yeast to rehydrate. Once the yeast has rehydrated, add in 165 grams of good strong bread flour. Mix it all together. Now we'll cover it and leave it in a warm place for a couple of hours. This Poolish is 3 hours old. It's all bubbly and frothy. I'm now going to add in 160 grams of lukewarm water and mix it all around. And mix it until you get a nice fluid batter. Now in this bowl I've got 310 grams of strong white bread flour. I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 25 grams of rye flour. You don't have to add rye flour, you could just add more bread flour or wholemeal flour. And I'll mix it all together. Now make a well in the centre and add in the diluted Poolish. Then mix it all together into a soft and sticky dough. So there we are, a soft and somewhat sticky dough. Turn the dough out onto a surface. Okay, now we're going to knead this using the slap and roll technique. I'll scoop it up. And then we slap it on the counter, roll it over, quarter turn, slap, roll over, quarter turn, slap, roll over, quarter turn. I'm going to do this for a total of about 10 minutes. So I've been going for 10 minutes with this now. You can see it's still quite sticky, but it looks quite nice. I'll now pop the dough into a lightly oiled bowl, cover and leave in a warm place to double in size. Now while I'm waiting for my dough to rise, I'll roast some veggies. So I've got some red onion that I've cut into wedges, a red capsicum pepper that I've deseeded and cut into wedges, and 6 cloves of garlic still in their skins. Of course you don't have to use these particular vegetables, you can use any vegetables you like. I just happen to like these. I'll just drizzle on some olive oil, brush the oil over the top surfaces, and the red onion, and the garlic. I'll now roast these in the oven at 200 degrees C for about 20 minutes. Oh, these look delightful. I'll just let this cool a bit. So here are my delicious roasted vegetables. First thing to do is to peel the peppers. The skin should come off fairly easily. And then you need to peel the garlic. I'll slice the peppers into strips and slice the garlic into chunks. Then put all the veggies into a bowl. Add in some herbs. I've got a teaspoon of dried thyme and a tablespoon of fresh chopped parsley, a bit of salt, some freshly ground black pepper, and then about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And mix well. My dough has risen beautifully. I'll turn it out onto a well-floured surface, knock it back, and then stretch it out so that the dough is about 1 centimetre thick. Might just want to put some flour on your fingers. Down the middle, spoon on about half the filling. Okay, fold this half over there, fold this half over here. Press the edges down, just press it out a little bit, make it nice and neat. Then put the remaining filling on the top here. Fold over from one side, fold over from the other side. Press the edges together. Press the seams together. Flip it over. I've got a nice parcel here now. Pop the parcel on a well-greased baking tray. Put it in a nice large plastic bag and leave it to rise for about an hour. It's risen quite nicely, so I'm going to drizzle on some olive oil, spread it over the top of the bread, then we'll cut the traditional Fougasse shape by pressing in with my scraper. 3 cuts on the other side. Then pull the dough out. Now I'll pop it once again back in a plastic bag and just leave it for about 15 minutes to puff up a bit more. Okay, it's now ready for baking. You can lightly sprinkle on some mixed herbs if you wish. Now I'm going to bake this at 160 degrees fan oven, 180 normal oven for around 20 to 25 minutes. Oh my, just look at that. Break chunks off and dip in olive oil, or use it as an accompaniment to something like chicken chasseur. This is a lovely soft bread and the taste, absolutely superb. If you only ever make one Fougasse in your life, make this one. Thanks for watching, and do join me next time in the bread kitchen.